Slide it this way. How's it going, everybody? Falcon Ash K here. Welcome back to my channel. Previously, you saw me in a green face. Well, now it's later. Is that better? I don't know. See boxes behind me. You know what? I could do that. Disney pins. Yeah, we got some control of this land. Stay up. Anywho. Oh, I'm still alive. Anyhow. So, what have I been playing? Welcome. I'm Falcon Ash K. Welcome back to my channel. I play video games, board games, talk about Disney stuff. If you're new here, this is where you're going to be at. If you looked up board games, I'm here. Whole minute. This is how long my other video was. But you saw me with a green face. Anyhow. What games did I play this weekend? Looking at you, camera. I gotta shift my whole body over here. Can you hear me now, kids? One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Always a standby for people having a party or something of that nature. Have some family over, whatever have you. This can play up to. Don't make me got goggles on. I think the base box goes up to 16. I think it says 12. But I also have Daybreak in here, so I can play up to 24 characters. I have some of the booster packs, they're called bonus packs. I think I can do 64. Something like that. I think I did 64. No, 64 with everybody. I don't have everything. Never mind. That was including the vampire, UFO, aliens, and something else. I was fiddling with my app, and that's what I got it for 64 total. But no, I can do 24 people, I think, with the base box plus the Daybreak. It's a social deduction game. It always goes over well with my family because they play with me. You have... I'm professional. Can you tell? I always am. Yeah, I sleeve everything, right? So I bought the sleeves. You play as different characters, roles. You shuffle them up on the table. There's always 3 extras, how many extra players you have. So if you have 7 people, you're going to have an extra 3 cards. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards. And they randomly grab one. A lot of characters have a blue outside for border. That means that they're it's very light, but it's they're a villager. And if you get a darker color in the background, you are a werewolf or a werewolf assistant. Comes with little tokens you can use. I also I got a set of little meeples at Meeple Source. Look at this, kids. I wish it focused. So this is a villager, so it looks pretty much similar to what the other cards look like. But I also have, so you can play One Night Ultimate Werewolf with your hands and not worry about cards. Just grab a meeple. Of course, the werewolves are going to have an extra point to the top that regular villagers don't have. So you know you're going to be a werewolf. So if you put them in a bag or if you put them in a little thing, somebody reaches in and grabs a meeple, then they know what they are. Seer. So he can look at, or she can look at another person's hand while you're playing the hand version or pocket version of One Night. The other game played is called Just One. There's 5 words in the center of the table. Everybody has dry erase boards and markers. The one person closes their eyes and they call out a name. Say if it says something like, Maple. Everybody has to draw, or not draw, sorry, write on their board something to do with maple. Could be sugar, could be leaf, could be Canada, could be something of that nature. Tree. They're going to reveal their boards to other people, and if someone has a similar name on there, they are erased, and the other person opens up their eyes. They look at all the other guessing questions, or words are hard for me today, huh? What time is it? Midnight? Or 1 o'clock? No, 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyhow, then the person that had their eyes closed has to guess what that middle word, the word on the middle of the table was. And they have pretty much one guess. Most of the time, one guess. But with my family, sometimes do 3 because I have younger kids in the family. Yeah, you got to get 13 questions right, 13 words, something like that. Hold on, let me turn off the speaker. Speaker's over here. That way you don't hear my, what do they call that thing? My Discord going popping off, or somebody messages me on Facebook. There you go. My friend Tim came over. I told him last time we were going to go play some Funkoverse. So I have a lot of the sets now. I don't have Marvel, Kazuni, something animated character, cat chick character. The other set of Golden Girls with Rose and Sophia. No, it's Rose and I kind of keep them separate, but I'm going to try to get some kind of organizer. Please, people on Etsy, can you organize a Funko Pop set instead of the larger Funko Pops? For the Funkoverse people, I'd appreciate it. I bet people that have these also would be appreciative. So I just recycle the boxes and use them again. So I have another box filled with pretty much the villains. Kool-Aid Man and Darkwing Duck have to be in there too because they have such bigger bodies or bigger hats. The Funkoverse strategy game is a game where you're look at the hat. You have Funko Popped miniature versions of them. You have a cooldown track. Each character has special abilities that they use. Use the tokens on the cooldown track. Every turn you're going to be cooling down your abilities and getting those tokens back. There are, I noticed there's 6 versions of gameplay. You have flags, you have control, you have infiltrate, you have territories, leaders. Did I say flags? I think that's it. Yeah. So that's it. You, even with a standalone box, with this box, it's a deluxe version, not deluxe, you know what I'm saying. You have 4 characters, 2 items, all you need, including dice. I have a bag of extra dice. And then if you have a smaller set, you have 2 Funko Pops, 2 Funko characters. I got to keep saying Funko. 2 Pops. You have 1 item, a map that folds more out. I mean, the maps that are in here are folded less than the ones that are in the smaller box. But you get everything you need. Any box you buy, that's why I have a bag of dice. Anything you need, you can combine all of them together if you want. And have a great game. So my team was Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. I had Marty McFly from Back to the Future. And I had Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I gave her a whip. And Ron Weasley had a raptor claw from Jurassic Park. And we played flags. My friend Tim had Tim K, how you doing? This video's for you. No. That's bad. He had Batman. He had Quint from Jaws. Quint had a I want to say Sting. It wasn't Sting. It was Arya's weapon. The needle. He had needle, which allowed him to move farther. He made Ron his hunted target, and so he kept on hunting down Ron. I couldn't get Ron to do his things because he always had Quint right in his face. He also had Malcolm from Jurassic Park, and Malcolm had the truth serum from Harry Potter, so I had to tell him when he used it, when he remembered to use it, where I had to go with my character, and I only had limited space to move my character after he asked me to tell the truth. That's pretty cool in a board game where you are pretty much, it's battling miniatures, but you have to actually tell the truth. Make sure my mic is on. I don't know how much gain that gains because I can't watch myself gain. I just look down in the corner. I see a microphone that has only 2 dots going out of a total of 6. So I don't know how well my voice is. It's right there. What else did we play? We played Hanga. Where did I put Hanga? Played Hanga. You are as cavemen going around getting resources to purchase point cards. Managing resources. Hobby usually makes children games, but this one's set for ages 8 to 99. It is 2 to 5 players, I believe. 2 to 4 players. I want to look at the box, but I don't want to. 2 to 5 players. So you have different resources. You're going to have fish, berries, mushrooms, and water. And when you have a mammoth go through a certain track, you're going to get a mammoth. There's something weird about these cards where this side and this side look big enough to have a card, but nowhere in the rules tells you that you can put cards down here that we can see. I mean, both of us, I've played this before with up at the Portal store with a few people, and I don't remember what they're for. And I have this little wedgie thing. I forgot what that was for, but it's got a purpose, I think. Each person has their own colors, so there's 4 colors. You're gonna have, these are one of the sets of cards that you have when you collect the mammoth tusk or saber-tooth tusk. On the cards themselves, oh, that doesn't belong there. There's going to be 4 sections. I don't have to take it out of plastic because it's not even shiny. There's going to be a number of hands. You're going to be placing these in 4 different locations on the board. If you have hands touching the center, which has a saber-toothed tiger named Hanga, and you have to feed Hanga because he's hungry. I don't know. It's a play on words. If you don't pet him, he comes to your camp. He eats the resources that are on your thing, and then you have to use your resources. Look, it's an organizer. Imagine that, kids. It's crazy. So for this, you have to pay 4 berries, and you'll get an egg. Egg has no resources or no ability in the game at all, but it does give you 4 points on the point track. So there's a bunch of number of different cards that give you different point values. Dropping them out. This one also has 4 berries and 2 mushrooms. It gives you a shell for 4 points. What do you do with the shell? It ain't in the game. That'd be like the 15th resources or something like that. And then the other cards that you can get as different values or different ability cards. They give you extra resources to use during your turn. You can use up to 2 cards of these, but gather as much as you want as long as you have the number of hands facing that location on the board. First one for 2-player game is 40 points. I don't want to brag, but I actually won this game by a long shot. And me winning a game? Yeah, that's unheard of. Look at this. The first player token is actually a fire pit. Pretty cool. There's other points that you can use or do during the game to gain extra points. You do things. You climb up a ladder of stairs, a stairwell. If you get to the top of it, you get extra 5 points. If you spend water, you can get extra mushrooms or berries or something like that because you're, using water to make berries. Very Euro, very fun. The third game we played today was, oh gosh, it'll come to me. It will. I swear to God, it will. It wasn't legendary, so we're going to be playing that next time. I'll talk about that in a few minutes. Yes, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. So, Halloween themed games. Next time he comes over, we'll be going to play Horrified. We are both Pandemic fans. If we were both stuck on the same island and we only had Pandemic, I believe that would be the game we would play most of the time. Horrified. It is the Universal Monsters game where you are going through a city. You have a number of different, depending on how difficult you want, you can go through different monsters. Like the werewolf wants to do certain things, Invisible Man does certain things, Frankenstein's monster or the Bride of Frankenstein want to get together somehow, and you're putting tokens on the board in a Pandemic style game, a cooperative game where you're talking with each other about, okay, well, he's going to go up here, well, let's do this, we need more tokens over there, so let's do it. And the miniatures are pretty cool. They actually have different colored schemes. So the Black Lagoon, call him Merman. So we'll be going to play that time. The stakes have been raised. So good, so good. I have not played this game yet. We get it to the table, I can play this game. Cross it off my 135 games that I've never played in my list of games. Zpocalypse. I got this plus the expansion plus bonus cards and Master Monster Master, something like that. eBay used, unpunched, $40. What? Yeah. This game really retails for a higher amount. I don't even know if it's in print anymore. 2 to 4 players. The gist of the game is it's the apocalypse. Imagine that, kids. It's the apocalypse. There is a bunker that you guys control, and during the night you have to go out, explore the territory, collect resources, get back. Zombies come out in hordes, fight back the zombies, that kind of thing. Much like the game Zombies that I have, where you're going through you all start in the center of town and you're trying to find the helipad to get the heck out. Or the alternate version of winning is getting 25 zombies killed, and there you go, they win the game. Drawbacks is if you run out of health or hearts, you lose half of the zombies that you've killed so far, and you go back to the center of town. At least you know that the map itself has been passed out, have been explored. And how you do that is pretty much go from one board piece to another board piece. There's a stack of the tiles of the city, and somewhere in there is the helipad. You flip it over, it tells you a building that has the number of bullets, hearts, and zombies that are located there. Sometimes there are actually cards that are in a deck of cards that you'll be drawing from for special abilities. You're playing the cards on each other or yourselves for special abilities. That's what they do, because that's what cards do in these games. I'm going to take a sip. This is my Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack Skellington. Look at that. Merry Christmas, Batman. Sorry for that slurp. I didn't mean to slurp like that. Other zombie games. Another popular game that I used for the thumbnail is called Zombie Dice. Popular with my family. You roll 3 dice at a time out of either a bin or deluxe. You'll have a bag. Deluxe has translucent dice, where the other ones have black dice that are etched with printed color on them. There are green, red, and yellow. I don't know why I just blanked on that. Green have more brains on them. They are more fluent. Yellow have more runners on them. And the red have more shotgun blasts. When you roll the dice, you're trying to get more brains. It's a push your luck kind of game too. You will, there's my head over here. There's my head in there. So you can keep the number of brains. If you have the runners, which look like little feet icon, you can roll them, but you have to roll 3 dice at a time. If you have a shotgun shell blast, that's a mark against you. Anytime you have 3 shotgun blasts, you lose all your brains that you've collected so far. All the dice go to the next person in line to play. It's good with 4 or 5 players. Any more than that usually takes a little longer. And yes, the deluxe version, which is awesome, has, like I said, a translucent dice. It comes with a zombie dice bag, and actually shows the whole zombie himself that was on the original can of zombie dice. So you can see his legs and body parts, and its arm is like missing a part of a limb kind of thing. That's pretty cool. Other nighttime zombie type games. Well, apocalyptic games I have outlived. Still haven't got that to the table. And the Apocalypse is also another one I'm going to be getting to the table. So that's pretty cool. If it seems darker over there, I turned off the light so that way I have better lighting over here, because having light behind me doesn't make my screen any brighter. And I've said on farther other chats too that if I had a light coming from behind me or in front of me, look at this, I got a light. Cool, it's bright, but it's a book reading light. I'm professional. Watch that snap. Sorry about that, kids, if you're using your microphone. Let's see this. If it stays there. Is that any better? Maybe not. I look pale as a ghost. So anyhow. Make it in the comments at 2417 that you like the lighting. Let's see underneath my arms. Yeah, so in the other thumbnail for the last video you saw, I got a couple comments. I looked like I was beat up or something like that. I am a healthcare worker, and we had to wear N95s for a while during the COVID. And so N95s have a metal band that go on top of your nose, and you can't move them. They are elasticized to your side of your head. So we kept on having like these marks. So you'll see my eyes have all like been yellowed. And I worked a 16-hour shift. So when I got home, I took a shower. I put this shirt on. This was months ago. And look, I grew a whole beard back in a whole day. Imagine that, kids. And my hair grew back off. Anyway, so yeah, that's why the other, I keep looking at the light instead of the camera. That's why the thing. So that's my story. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, I had a whole slew. Villainous, you can play that on Halloween. That's you're playing as villains, trying to defeat each other's schemes. Yes, the other game I was going to be playing with Tim is going to be Legendary, but with a zombie theme. So I'm going to be using Zombie Goblin from, I think I said this in the last video. It sounds so familiar to me. Zombie Goblin with his little Outland thing. Because if I play it solo, I also played the scheme that Deadpool takes over the world, and I went through a stack of, that seems so familiar, a stack of heroes to get to Deadpool, and I had to knock them out and put them in the discard pile, pretty much, that I couldn't access. And then I put in monsters from Big Trouble in Little China as the core set that I use with those other Marvel sets. I had Wolverine, Winter Soldier, and Deadpool. You have to use Deadpool for Deadpool Takes Over the World. And you add an extra villain group for that. No, the other one is Zombie. They Take the Wall. The Deadlands Take the Wall is the other scheme that I might use. That one you use an extra group of villains in the deck. Normally you use one for a solo play, but then two for two players. But then that will add an extra one, so you'll be doing 2 villain groups as a solo play and 3 villain groups as a 2-player game. So that's going to be fun. So that one, if you get a twist, then you'll advance the villains on the track to go to escape. If there's 5 that escape, then you lose. And the Deadpool one, you pretty much keep on doing the scheme twist. I forgot what actually happens because something happens. Oh, I think it's the number of Zombie Green Goblin. If he has more number 7 heroes that have been knocked out of the HQ next to him, he gains extra life. So you have to do more damage to him. Solo rules in Buffy the Vampire Slayer are that anytime there is a twist, a plot twist, you actually discard a card or knock out a card from the HQ that is less than 6. So that will save me, but then doing a Master Strike. I think it was the Master Strike that actually like goes through and causes me to just discard cards from the hero deck. Something like that. I've been playing a lot of Legendary lately solo. It's pretty darn cool. Switching between Buffy and the Big Trouble in Little China. Not bad. But if I play solo using the Buffy solo rules and Big Trouble in Little China, if I play with Big Trouble in Little China heroes, I have to have certain characters that work together. Jack Burton has to have certain characters to work with him, or I just lose. So that's why I have extra Marvel characters. But the Big Trouble in Little China rules that are in there for solo rules, it's pretty much you play 2 hands. You play as hand A and hand B, or left and right, and you have to keep track of both hands. And that's the solo play. That's not fun. Geez, what are my zombie games that I have? Oh yeah, I have Tiny Epic Zombies. Tiny Epic Zombies, another team building game or cooperative game where you're trying to escape the mall that you're in. Each time you play, there are 9 goals, and you choose 3 of those, and you place them out, either getting helicopter parts or finding cures for the zombies or something of that nature. And then you'll take one of the hero cards, flip it over, and it's a zombie version of that hero. And that will be who you're facing against. Anytime your characters die, one of your characters die, you have a resource of 3 extra pedestrians or mall people that you'll get rid of, and your character will actually become the villain that you have to go against. So time keeps ticking down. Moving into a room, you're going to be shooting off bullets, opening up crates to see if they're what you need, or you can actually find extra weapons. This game, I'm not sure if this game introduced it or the last game introduced it, but it was item meeples. So you'll have your regular meeples, but they have holes in their arms where the meeples could gain their arms. You can stick weapons in there. Each animeeple, that would be Hanga. Hanga's an animeeple. Each item meeple will carry up to 2 weapons, I believe. They also have holes in their back. There's a couple of backpack items too. But Tiny Epic Defenders, you can probably make that a Halloween game because monsters are converging onto the main city, and you're trying to fight them back. That also had item meeples in it, which was pretty cool. The game systems are not compatible with each other because it's like, okay, well, this shotgun does this, and this spear does this. It's not the same. They don't work together. That would be nice. Thank you, Tiny Epic, Scott Alms. Throw that out there. Unless there's a conversion kit. Heck, there was a conversion kit for Cyclades and Kemet, or Kemet, depending on and you can use the monsters from Cyclades in Kemet or vice versa. So you can have, it was a crossover. It was pretty cool. I have never played either game. Imagine that. I know of them because I'm a gamer, but I've never played them. All right, what's the other zombie games that I have that I can think of? I can pull it up on my thing. And hit this button. Hit that button. I think I did this last time. Drive you guys nuts. Now, what if I just type in a word? Zombie. Axes and Allies and Zombies I own. Escape. Zombie City. Oh, that's another. Okay, so Axes and Allies and Zombies. Pretty much you're playing as the regular Axes and Allies. Did I get brighter? Probably because the screens start nice and bright. I don't have to look at myself to talk to myself, do I? No, I'm talking to you guys out there. I'll talk about that in a second too. Axes and Allies Zombies. You play Axes and Allies as you would normally in Axes and Allies. It's a area control territory. You're making masses of armed forces going from place to place, taking over cities. The more places you own, the more resources in a way you have. But right in the dead center is a dead zone where things happened and now zombies are spawning out. Any infantry that go into that territory, yours or your opponents, that are defeated by the zombies become zombies for the next time around. Pretty nasty. So you can play that during Halloween. I got Munchkin zombies. On the other side of this, I got Munchkin. Tons of Munchkin. Let me pull this down. I have the extra cards in here, but I have everything else in here. I have Marvel Munchkin, Disney Munchkin. I got my Smash Up box. I used Munchkin, which was Munchkin. Now it's Munchkin, regular Munchkin, Steve Jackson, which last I heard actually is going up in price. And so is Zombie Dice. I bought Zombie Dice for maybe about $10. Now it's going to be $15. So Steve Jackson's prices are going up, I think, because of the amount of board game shipping prices now that are actually going up. So Zombie Munchkin, that's what I was getting at. Can I Wolf go up there? No. You know why? Because those are my other two games that I enjoy. High Command, if you want a deck builder. There you go. And Level 7 Omega Protocol, that's my Aliens game. I'd like to play it with more than one player. I played it with two players before, and as the overseer, I got my butt wrecked. That'd probably be good as a Halloween theme. So you have these special forces that are entering into a territory that are somewhere in Texas. Special things were happening in the first Level 7 Omega Protocol that people were being experimented on with alien DNA or something. So this is the second one where they're going in and trying to clean up the place. The Overseer gets the extra adrenaline that the players use to make their abilities work while they're trying to complete the scenario. So the more that they work, the more the adrenaline the Overseer sees, and then he can send out more monsters or aliens or whatever the heck it is to try to stop them from doing it. I wish there was a lot more, or make your own scenarios in the base set, because there's only 7, level 7, imagine that, 7 scenarios, and that's it. When you play, you have to set up the board the same way every time based on the mission, which would be nice if you had it like mixed around. I mean, you can change locations of where the items are as the Overseer, because you're shuffling mini cards together and putting them in different locations, and you're changing doorways. I think it's been a while. I think I played it back in 2017, 2018, maybe. It's not on a list of zombies games, but I can tell you that later. So I just wish there was more variety to it. I do have the expansion pack that I got. I think I backed it on Kickstarter. Maybe not. I don't know. But I actually got that, and that's in the box too. What is it? Escape Zombie City. Either you can go online or have the CD that comes with the game, and you're going to hear noises and music. You're rolling dice frantically from getting from the church, finding parts to the van that's parked outside of the church. Get the parts and then try to find the way out of the city. Rolling dice in Yahtzee style. If one player has fright dice, you have to go over there and help them out. By going from one place to another, you're rolling the appropriate, like, shoes, baseball bats, whatever have you, to get from one place to another. And when you're there, you're going to be fighting zombies using the same type of dice, baseball bats, shoes, something like that. I forgot what it was. All while the soundtrack is like, escape, kind of thing. And once you hear a bell ring halfway through, you have to make it back to the church, and then you have another round of trying to go back out and get more resources. I've played it a total of 2 times since I've owned it. I got the expansion for Survivor Chronicles, Tiny Epic Zombies I mentioned, Tiny Epic Zombies Deluxe Edition. Yeah, I think I got that because I backed it on Kickstarter. Zombie Dice, Zombie dice double feature, and expansion for zombie dice. Where one is Santa Claus, one die is Santa Claus, one die is the female antagonist or hero, and there's a jock, which is the male protege of the old Scream movies type thing. If you roll them together, if you have the jock rolling on weapons or shotgun, he protects the female counterpart and vice versa. And if you roll with Santa Claus, we call him Santa Claus. It's a red die with white lettering. You can get juice drinks or something that helps you with protection against shotgun blasts. And then the school bus, you are a zombie that got on side of a school bus, and you're chomping on either people or kids or whatever you want to imagine that you're doing, and you're rolling this big chunky 12-sider. You can get run over, you can get kicked out the bus, but you have to mention or say ahead of time that you're going to be going on to the bus. You can't just like, okay, I'm rolling this too, and having them all together. It's like a high school type thing. You got the jock and the female trying to stop you. You don't have to use Santa Claus on all the missions. I got Zombie Flux. Flux is a game where it's a card game. Zombies like to get speak English. Anyhow, you have a basic rule. You're going to be drawing cards. You're going to be keeping cards that pertain to a rule. You can change the rule of the game. You can change the rules of the game. The goals of the game. And it's almost like a Munchkin type thing. Some people like it, some people don't. You can combine it with other sets. Any Flux you can combine with other Flux sets, as long as you have the goal and the two creepers or keepers. Creepers are in the zombie version. Steady in the deck of cards. When you shuffle them together, make sure you have the right number of cards, the right number of goals and achievements. Each one's going to have the same exact cards for rules, and goals are going to be the same. I have Zombieopoly, which is a Monopoly version for zombies, and you're collecting parts and territories and that kind of thing. Zombies I already mentioned. I have Zombies 2, the Zombie Corps, where it's the military base. There are 6 glowing zombies, but later on you can buy a bag of glowing zombies and use them in a regular game and play it at night. And it also has a base set, a military base, I should say, to go along with the regular zombies. Not Dead Yet is a set of cards that are pretty much blank. I think they're blank. Oh no, that's 666. Not Dead Yet actually adds more cards to the mix of what you can play as cards or against each other. The artwork for zombies is just out the door. I love it. That's why I think I like the game so much, because it's got so much theme in the cards art. The game itself is pretty basic. You're moving your guy around on a flat surface, but then there's also like a dynamic view to each card. I have Mall Walkers. The End. I forgot what the end was. I haven't played in a while. You can't play zombies solo very well. Gamers? Anyone? Mall Walkers, you're in a mall and trying to find the helipad. Forgot what the end is. School Out Forever, you're in the school. 666 or 6.66. Fill in the blank. You're creating your own cards if you wish. I've created a few, which are kind of cool. Like Diablo from Diablo is a card that will be able to play. 6 Feet Under, that that introduces manhole covers, so you can go underneath the city to get from place to place if you find another manhole cover, like a teleportation system. No turtles, kids. No turtles. 6 feet under. That was the one I just talked about. Send in the Clowns. They have zombie clowns. I forgot how many are in the base set. They're probably like 10. But yeah, you go to the big top and you're fighting zombie clowns, which, what can be worse? And then I think that's all I have for expansions. There's up to 11 now. I was told that I have to get what's called code Z or something weird. I forgot what it was, but that would help me with extra characters that I can find, survivors that will help me out, and that'll give me like a 3D role-playing feel for zombies. And I also have Zombies, the card game, where you're flipping cards over, you're looking at them, you got to fight that many number of zombies, or you can use them against your opponent to make him fight zombies and you're losing points, that kind of thing. I played that a couple of times. See, that's the thing. I've seen people that go on Board Game Geek and they can just type in apocalypse theme and it comes up with a big thing, apocalypse. I've been on Board Game Geek for almost 6 years or 5 years or whatever it is. I can't do that. I don't know where the filter is that actually has that. If I go to the filter for my games, I can type in price paid and date of acquisition, wish list, when I want to buy it, what I rated it, all this other stuff. If I want to exclude expansion packs or not. But I don't see anywhere where it says type in like zombie games or nightmare and it'll come up with a whole list of it. I could be wrong. Oh, District Z. I forgot. Yeah. District Z is the first game I backed on Kickstarter. And I talked about in that in length in other videos where you are playing a memory game where you're setting your character one side and then on the opposite side of the board after you've set up cards, like a memory type game. That's your goal to get out of the game. Fighting zombies, finding items. You have to find at least one of the major items to skedaddle out of the town. And you can set up the game board any way you want, which is kind of cool. So you can make your own city and say, okay, this is the way I want to go through the city. As long as the starter markers and the ending markers are on the opposite side of the board for both players. Where am I? I'm right here. There I am. But yeah, so plenty of zombie type games that are out there. I probably have more that I can come up with, but I was told by a family member if my videos are more than an hour long, they don't watch them. Whatever. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like, share, subscribe. I'm ending this stream. I already got one thumbs up, which is thanks a lot for whoever that was. I never see anybody talking. I can sit there and over here saying, hello, yeah. You guys can see it. I'm going to leave this on, and you guys can see it, and nobody's chatting with me. Probably because it's so late today. It's getting to be later. All right. Like, share, subscribe. Link down below where my Facebook is. Send me a friend request. Make sure you message me and say, hey, I saw you on YouTube's, because lately I've been getting messengers or friend requests from old friends that have been hacked. And I don't know these people. If they, like, hi, my name's George. I was your friend in high school, but it's like, but you have no pictures and you just made this profile an hour ago. Dems be a hacker if I must know. Yes, and the Twitter account, it's also in the link below. I put in the actual details of where to find me. Click on those links. Falcon Ash on Twitter. Sometimes I'm there. If I click on my Twitter right now, I got 0 people talking to me or chatting up or whatever have you. Even if I post something, sometimes somebody says something. I don't know. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Should I wait until 51? I don't know. Anyway, I'm Falcon Ash K. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for viewing. Like, share, subscribe. That's the 3rd time I've said it. 3 times the charm. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Happy Halloween. Like I said, I'm going to keep on trying to get onto this every time I can. So I'll be on another time. I'm going to be recording the actual, probably a playthrough of Horrified solo sometime this week. And then same thing with I'll record a copy or a playthrough of Big Trouble in Little China's Zombie Mode Legendary, and I'll post those up there on my channel. So look out for those. If you've got the bell, see the bell in the corner? Yeah, click on that. Or maybe the bell in the corner. I think I'm right side up, right side backwards. I don't know if I click over there. Is that where my microphone is? Could be. Yes. Anyway, I have a basic camera. I'm ending the stream. Good luck. Thank you. And I'll see you on the outside. Goodbye.